My name is Carolyn Upkins, and I attended Mississippi Valley State University. Actually, the HBCU chose me. I was born and reared in the country, poor country girl. There were no resources. And I had an opportunity to go to a community college, and while there, Mississippi Valley State University came to campus. And that was the university who gave me an academic scholarship. So that was a blessing to me. And that's how I ended up attending Mississippi Valley State University. I'll have to share this memorable moment. It has nothing to do with academics, but it goes to show the culture and climate at the HBCU. I'm new to the campus. Keep in mind, country girl, very little exposure. We get to campus, my friend and I, and two guys asked us to go on a set. Of course, we didn't know what a set was. Ended up in the community. I knew nothing about the community. The entire environment was new to me. We went to this house, nothing but men, and the two of us. So I'm very, very frightened, not knowing what's going to happen. Don't know the guys. We thinking we were attending a party. But again, I think that's the plus about the HBCU. It's like family. I was so frightened, I sat in the middle of the floor all night long. We had no transportation to get back to campus. So I sat in the middle of the floor, and the guys recognized the fact that this young lady is frightened. She is scared to death. So nobody bothered me and got a ride to get back to campus the next day. And I will always remember that. And I see the guys at homecoming every year now, and we laugh about it. But that was a memorable moment because it spoke volumes about the students and how they care for each other and not to take advantage of one. That was one of the things that surprised me, the camaraderie, the support, the encouragement that you got not only from students but from faculty members as well. Just a lot of help and encouragement from everyone. Well, it goes back to the quality of the education because of the professors and how much they cared. They could see what was in you. And I was just excited about the culture and climate because it reminded me of how I grew up. Everybody collaborated to make sure that you succeeded. Everybody did whatever they needed to do to make sure that you were successful. So that's the one thing about the HBCU, and I never regretted going to Mississippi Valley State University. It was truly a blessing for me. One is the lack of a quality education. That is not the case. Because the instructors and the professors embrace you, and because students are there to help one another and to encourage one another, that's a misconception, is the quality of education. And the other thing too, the various programs that are going on, and being able to relate to those who are accustomed to the type of climate and culture that you're accustomed to. Well, first of all, I would tell them that Mississippi Valley State University would be the ideal university. We almost have to focus on academics because of our location. We were not in the metropolitan city, in the capital city. So as a result, we've had to focus on academics because there was very little extracurricular activities outside of the campus to participate in because it took miles and hours to get to areas like that. But I would encourage them to go to an HBCU to get the experience because you will receive a quality education. You would also create relationships that would be lifelong. What I would like to say, and I have to keep going back to the HBCU where I graduated, because that is one of the reasons why I'm a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Again, someone reached out to me and said, I see something in you. I'm an Alpha Kappa Alpha woman. I also want you to consider becoming an Alpha Kappa Alpha woman. When you get to Mississippi Valley State University, observe all of the other sororities, but please consider. And if you consider and decide to go that route, I will pay all of your fees. And of course, when I got to Mississippi Valley State University, I did just that. I didn't see any others who came close to the sorority that she had suggested. And I was able to join forces with some other ladies, and we all were initiated at the same time. So I look at having been exposed on campus at Mississippi Valley State University, it was definitely for me to continue in that vein and carry on the legacy of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority in the Rho Lambda Omega chapter. So it's a distinct pleasure to having served in that capacity. And I know the lady who actually gave me the money, we still see each other, and she is still active today. So definitely, Rho Lambda Omega has been a blessing to me. It's nothing like Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority incorporated. The last thing I would like to add is students who attend HBCUs, you get a lot of opportunities. Again, I didn't have any exposure, and to be exposed to all of the opportunities, I became members of every club that I could become a member of. I was Miss SGO, and of course, I participated in a lot of other activities. I even ran for Miss Mississippi Valley State University. So I'm excited about my experiences. I was a cheerleader for the community college where I attended that was a predominantly black university. So I would encourage any student to attend an HBCU, get the exposure, to experience the culture and the climate, and take full advantage of all of the opportunities and resources that are available. It doesn't get any better than HBCUs and the Mississippi Valley State University.